Hi guys, welcome back to Chasing Shell. Today we have a special guest, Miss Sarah. She is my sister, but also the owner and creator of Phases of the Womb. So I'm gonna let her introduce herself because you already know who I am.
Hi everybody, my name is Sarah, and like she said, I'm the creator of Phases of the Womb. I am a labor and delivery nurse. I've been a nurse for about 5 years. Ooh, it's 2020. And I am in school currently to be a midwife. So I should be midwife 2021. We'll see.
Trying to deliver my business.
So I started Phases of the Womb earlier this year just to educate and create more awareness around pregnancy, postpartum, things like that. Just educating women and men and teaching people to just advocate for themselves in those spaces, because we all know outcomes, especially for minorities, aren't great. So being able to be knowledgeable and advocate for yourself, I feel like it's very important. So that's why I created it.
Speaking of educate, so today's topic we're gonna say, oh baby. So if you guys don't follow Sarah, she did an informative live on Instagram not too long ago with Stacia. Hey Stacia girl. And they were just talking about like asking questions during pregnancy, when you go to the doctor, to make sure you're educated about your process. And sometimes babies aren't planned and you may not know your resources. So today we're here to talk about, like I said, oh baby, like oh my God, we're here now, what do I do? And I'm gonna let no one other than the baby nurse give you some steps, because y'all know how we like steps on Chasing Shell, so go for it.
All right, so we're pregnant, now what? So that comes with a lot, because everybody has a different situation. Everybody, has a different set of support systems, different circumstances. So that comes with a lot. But the main three choices that come up first when you first find this out, you're not expecting it, is, do I want to keep the baby? Do I not want to keep the baby? And with that comes like, okay, if I'm going to keep the baby, I need to find a doctor or a midwife or a hospital or a home birth or a birth center setting. Or if you go the route of an abortion, you have to figure out the laws that are in your specific state that surround abortions, because all of that changes depending on who's in office, who's in Congress, and it may be limited to some people in certain areas. So that's something you need to definitely, look into early, because the longer you wait and the more pregnant you are, the harder it is to terminate a pregnancy. And then another option is adoption, which you would carry the baby to term, deliver the baby, and give that baby up. And that's another process that takes a long time as well. And that all of this, you basically just have to do your research and spend time with those people who you're making these decisions with. And ultimately, you're going to have to make that decision for yourself. And accept the fact that there are consequences with your decision. There are benefits with your decision, but just know at the end of the day, it's your decision. Don't let anybody else make that decision for you.
And you said picking your provider, and that's a very, very important thing, because like you said in the beginning, for your Black community, your minorities, like our healthcare isn't always like a priority for the doctor. They may think like, oh, okay, she's strong, she's fine, whatever, it's no big deal. And they kind of play it off and don't educate you as well as you should be educated versus people of other races. So how important it is, like when you pick your provider, like what should we be looking for?
I would definitely do some research. There are legit like Yelp reviews online for providers. So if you decide, okay, I want an OBGYN and my insurance covers like these hospitals or these, clinics, whatever. Look up that group of doctors and providers, and you can see online like, okay, this is what they look like, because to be honest, that means a lot to people. Some people don't want a male OBGYN for whatever reason. And then you can look at the reviews. Also, ask your friends and family who have had babies, or go to a specific gynecologist and just see what their experiences are. And then you can go in for an appointment and you can get a feel for who the provider is just by talking to them. Ask them stuff that matters to you. Like, okay, if I do decide to keep this baby and this is the route I want to go for my delivery, how well would you support that decision? And you can pick up red flags real easy. If they don't want to explain stuff to you, if they want to cut you off, if they brush off a lot of the stuff you say, that's a red flag. Move on, find somebody else.
Absolutely. And then another point we were talking about was your support system. So like you said, I know it's probably hard. Everybody's decision may not be to keep their baby. You might want to go adoption or abortion route. Whatever your choice is your choice. But how big is your support system in any of those decisions?
It's very important. Either whatever decision you make is going to be a life-changing decision. And with life-changing decisions comes a lot of emotion, a lot of things. It's a lot of things. And you need people that you can lean on. Because if you keep the baby, you have 9-10 months of growing and, feeling different and needing help. And then you're going to have a baby and you're going to need more help. So you need people who are going to be supportive and help you out where you feel you may lack sometimes. You may be tired. You may not have time to do this and need help to do that. And having people who you can truly call on is so important. And if you decide to adopt or have an abortion, you need people who are supportive. They don't necessarily have to agree with your decision, but they also do not have to be negative towards your decision. Gotcha. So you can have support like that, like, okay, what do you need? Because regardless, if you give up the baby, you're still gonna have to heal the same way a mom who keeps her baby has to heal. If you have an abortion, you still have to heal the same way you would, period. Depends on how far along you are. So you need people who are going to be there for you, people who are gonna call you and check on you, come over and bring you food. I'll watch the baby for an hour while you nap. Yeah. I'll watch the baby for an hour while you go run errands. Anything. But that support is so necessary for not just physical health, but your mental health as well. Because I feel like in our community, we kind of put that on the back burner because we're supposed to be social. And there's nothing wrong with being strong and having support.
Well, first of all, thank you. Thank you for jumping in on this video. And I hope that does help somebody or people who are going through this, like surprise baby on the way. I know it's not always as easy of a conversation to have. I've never personally been in that situation. That's why I brought in one of the experts on the situation. So as always, I'm sending you guys love and light. We thank you, Sarah, for being on here. Of course, sending you love and light, guys.